Section 3 of The Ascent of Mount Carmel by St. John of the Cross. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Book 1. The nature of the obscure night. The necessity of passing through it in order to attain to the divine union, and specially the obscure night of sense and desire, with the evils which these inflict on the soul. Chapter 1. Two kinds of this night, corresponding with the divisions of the soul into higher and lower. Stanza 1. In an obscure night, with anxious love inflamed, O happy lot! Forth unobserved I went, my house being now at rest. This stanza describes the happy state of the soul at its departure from all things, from the appetites and imperfections of our sensual nature, to which all are subject because of our disobedience to reason. I mean that, in order to reach perfection, the soul has to pass, ordinarily, through two kinds of night, which spiritual writers call purgations, or purifications of the soul, and which I have called night, because in the one as well as in the other, the soul travels, as it were, by night, in darkness. The first is the night, or purgation of the sensual part of the soul, treated of in this first stanza, and described in the first part of this book. The second is the night of the spiritual part, of which the second stanza speaks, and which I shall discuss in the second part of my work, so far as it relates to the soul's activity therein, and in the third and fourth part, so far as it relates to its passive condition in it. The meaning of the stanzas, then, is, that the soul went forth, led of God, through love of Him only, and with that love inflamed, into the obscure night, which is the privation of and purgation from all sensual desires in all external things, all the pleasures of the flesh, and all the satisfactions of the will. This is wrought in this purgation of the will, and for this reason it is said that the soul departed its house, that is the sensual part, being at rest, all the desires being at rest and asleep, and the soul asleep to them, for there is no departing from the pains and vexations of desire, till it be mortified and put to sleep. The happy lot of the soul, then, is this unobserved departure, when no carnal desire or aught else was able to detain it, and also in that this departure took place by night, which is the privation of all desire wrought by God, a condition which is as night to the soul. The happy lot of the soul then consists in being led by God into this night, from which so great a blessing results, but into which it could not have entered of itself, because no one is able in his own strength to empty his heart of all desires, so as to draw near unto God. This is the meaning of the stanzas. I now proceed to explain each line of it separately, and to discuss the subject of this book. End of section 3.